Okay. So the second part is absolute reference. In absolute reference, what we are doing, we are targeting a particular cell, and we want to fix that cell so that whenever we are writing the formula, our formula should refer to that particular cell only. So in that case, how to write the formula? So over here we have one example where unit price is given. Now amount is given. So we want to find out the final amount after giving the discount. So discount is written 10%. So we want to give we want to fix this particular cell, so that if somehow my discount gets changed later for some reason, then I shouldn't have to go each and every formula. I didn't don't have to do the editing part all over my formula. So instead of that, I can just change the particular cell value. Automatically all the formulas will get changed accordingly. To do that, I have to use this absolute reference. So to get the unit price, what we are doing, we can take this unit price and we can multiply it with 90%, so that we can get the value. So this is what we are doing. We are doing in relative reference. By using relative reference, we are doing this. But as I told you, if the value gets changed, if my discount percentage gets changed, I have to edit each and every formula, or I have to edit on those cells where I have used this particular value. So if you want to be an expert in Excel, the minimum rule what you should follow: always never use any value in the formula. So always avoid to use any value. Always use reference. Okay, so always use reference to your formula, so that if the value of the cell gets changed, your formula gets dynamic automatically. Okay, so over here, to do that, I have to change this to this way, that we can multiply it by 1 minus this percentage. Okay, so when we are doing 1 minus this percentage, it will give us the same result, but for the first one. From the second one onwards, it's going to give us error. Why is that? Because it is still in relative reference. So this H4 will automatically become H5 over here. So automatically that is not the right cell to refer. So what we need to do, we need to fix this particular reference. To do that, we can use F4 or function F4 depending on your laptop configuration. You can use F4 or function F4 to fix the particular cell address. So when we are using F4 or function F4, automatically my column heading has a dollar in front of it, and my row number also has a dollar in front of it. So it is now fixed. Now if I refer this particular formula to anywhere, this first part will get changed. G6 will get changed because that is not fixed, but it will refer to H4. If I copy this and if I go to the bottom also, and then I can paste this formula over here. Even over here also, you will see this has become 10,48,576, but this has still, this particular section is still referring to the H4 cell. So as that cell was fixed. Now if I change the percentage to any percentage, automatically my entire result is getting changed. So this is how absolute reference work. Okay. Now the third kind is mixed reference, where we are fixing any one of those. So over here, if you see this example minutely, if you go through the details, so you'll understand that if I don't give the dollar over here, so if I just omit the dollar over here, and then if I drag it below, so what will happen if I go to the last one? You can see in the formula it's still referring H column. So H column is not changing because we are dragging below. So obviously the column heading is not going to change for this particular cell reference. Okay, what is changing? The column, the row number, which is difficult for us to manage, because for that we need to fix this. So instead of giving dollar in front of H also, I can give the dollar in front of 4 only. So as we are when we are not giving dollar, then also we are getting H on the last cell also. So H is not going to change because we are going to drag it down. So that is why we can just put dollar in front of 4, and then we can have the same result with that. Okay, so instead of giving dollar in front of column heading and also row number, we are giving dollar in front of any one. So that is what mixed cell reference. So in mixed cell reference, we are giving dollar in front of either column heading or row number. So when we are giving column dollar in front of column heading, then row number is free. When we are giving dollar in front of row number, then column heading is free. Okay, so this is how mixed referencing work. So over here we want to create a cross table with the help of mixed reference. So you can see the example is there. So you have 2 written on the top, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, and over here also we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So now what we want 4 over here. So 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 5, 10 over here, and 2 into 4, 8 over here. So we want to create a cross table. So for this cross table we can use the mixed reference. First we are selecting the area so that we can distribute the formula to the entire area in the selected area. So to do that we are writing the formula first, so equal to, then we are referring this cell. So the formula will be C8 into D7. Okay, that would be the formula. But the problem is when we'll be dragging it to the right, this C8 will become D8. Okay, and over here it will be E8. So you can understand I have the numbers written on the C column, but when it is becoming D or E or F, that is a problem for us. We need to fix the C column, because we have written the numbers on the C column only. We want this C column to be fixed. But 8, that is not a problem, because 8 could be, when we are dragging below, it will be C9. So we want that it should be C9, it should be C10, then 11, then 12, then 13. So after 13 it should get changed. So we are not fixing 8, we are going to fix this C column heading. So to do that we are putting dollar in front of C only, not in front of 8, because we want 8 to change to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whereas over here we have all the data written in 7th number row. So if we drag below, it becomes D8, it will refer to the D8 8th number row. So we don't want that, we want this 7th row to be fixed, but this D should become E, F, G, H, that we want. So D should get changed to E, F, E, G, H, but 7 should be fixed. So that is why we have to put dollar in front of 7 only. So over here we are putting dollar in front of column heading, and on the second one we are putting dollar in front of row number. Now as we have selected the entire area, we want to spread the entire this formula to spread to the entire selected area. So instead of enter, what we can do, we can press Control Enter. So Control Enter will give you the result in the entire selected area. So first we are selecting the area, then we are putting equal to, then we are writing the formula, then we are doing Control Enter. That will give us the result. Okay, so this is how mixed reference work. Now anyone has any